And what is going on, my Houston Texans family? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a blessed one. We are days away from the NFL draft, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be at Dave and Buster's this Thursday for round one in the Katy area. Guys, please let me know if you are going to be in attendance for the watch party. Let me actually put the address up right now. Give me 1 second. Me, Athletically Decline, Dave and Buster's. We're gonna have prizes, giveaways, celebrity guest appearances. We already have a lot of Houston Texan content creators going to be in the building. John Hickman from Locked On Texans, Houston Stressins, Barrett and the group chat, AD in the H-Town rundown. Address 7620 Katy Freeway, Suite 100, Houston, Texas 77024. Now let's go ahead and switch to the mock draft because we're days away. I mean, I could smell it. I could already hear the now let's go ahead and go with this mock draft, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be using the PFF model. Shout out to them. Unfortunately, they're making us pay for more draft coverage so we don't get the full experience. However, I'm not going to complain. Let's get it going. Houston Texans, pick 25. Walter Nolan available, Luther Burden available, Matthew Golden available there for the Houston Texans. Now, do I think he is going to be there? Absolutely not. I think Golden is going to go in the middle of the round. I think if you want Golden, you're going to have to trade up for Matthew Golden. But he has shown that he wants to be a Houston Texan. There was that clip on TikTok where he was talking to a kid and he said, I love the Texans. Every single thing the Texans do, contract restructure, sign a player, let go of a player, wish a player happy birthday. Matthew Golden is liking the post. Golden's game is built around impressive movement skills. His footwork is quick yet explosive, which allows him to get off press and regularly create separation. He also understands some of the nuances of the position, already active hands with good timing to clear press, choosing to correct release moves versus certain leverage and veering routes to create throwing windows. He has some impressive sideline catches this year where he is asked to go up and pluck passes with maximum catch radius while toe tapping inbounds. He is fast, but not a true blazer by NFL standards. He is also pretty light in the blocking game despite being used on the line of scrimmage a good amount this past season. 6 foot, 195 pounds, 987 yards, 9 touchdowns for the Longhorns this year. Matthew Golden, we fulfill your childhood dream. We make you a Houston Texan. Dude, everyone would be excited if that happened. Like, I know a lot of fans would say, hey, we do need some offensive line help, but you might have got your wide receiver 2/1 of the future. That's how good Matthew Golden can be. Now, round two, pick 58. You know where I'm looking. We're looking at the offensive line here. Who is available at the tackle spot? Um, Marcus Mbao, tackle out of Purdue. We've talked about him before. Jonas Savanea, tackle out of Arizona. Let's look at give me 1 second. Shout out. We had D'Amico Ryans in the background. So there's a lot of options here for the Houston Texans. Tate Ratledge out of Georgia is there. You guys let me know where you would go if you were general manager Nick Caserio. But I really do think Tate Ratledge might be the pick here. Matthew Golden, Tate Ratledge, round one, round two. How could you be upset about that? Um, with Tate Ratledge, I mean, he's a day one starter. You look at his first look. Ratledge has been a 3-year starter at right guard for Georgia, including their national championship run during the 2022 season. He dealt with injury in 2024, but allowed just 7 pressures and 1 sack across just over 300 opportunities. He has been consistently one of the best interior pass protectors in the nation throughout his career, while steadily improving in the run game. While he isn't the fleetiest of foot, Ratliff's solid technique gives him a chance to be a starter at the next level. Now, I wonder if it is going to be between Tate Ratledge and Jonas Savanea, but I think Tate Ratledge is the pick here. Houston Texans, wide receiver round 1, guard round 2. How could you be upset about that? Here we go. 2 selections in round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at who's available at tackle. There's Ozzie Tripolo out of Boston College. Marcus Mbao, tackle out of Purdue. Wyatt Millen, tackle out of West Virginia. Cameron Williams, tackle out of Texas. Charles Grant, tackle out of Williams and Mary, has actually met with the Houston Texans. Let's see who was also available in the guard department. Center Jared Wilson, Miles Frazier. Wow, Dylan Fairchild is falling, according to PFF. You know, I really do like Wyatt Millen, tackle slash guard out of West Virginia. Let's look at the looks here. On 1,155 pass blocking snaps at left tackle over that 3-year period, he did not allow a single sack. His best reps come from when run blocking. He shows good tenacity with a strong punch at contact, but following it up with great grip strength to latch on and take defenders for a ride. He has the initial explosiveness to block inside and mid zone concepts, but is the most impactful when blocking power. Though he is listed at 6'6", his arm length is well below average for offensive tackle play in the league. This causes him to lean into contact at times, often becoming unbalanced and too on his toes. While he has good first step quickness, some stiffness in his lower half movements make shuffling with a defender across his face and deep dropbacks in pass protection a challenge. He is also upright in his stance, which can cause some balance issues when asked to pivot and anchor while he keeps defenders square between the shoulders. He has good anchoring technique and strength. Now, a lot of people are considering Wyatt Millen to be a guard. And you look at who we took in round 2, a guard, Tate Rallage. Do you go double dipping and potentially have Titus Howard compete for his spot at left tackle or compete for his spot at right tackle against Blake Fisher? I could see that. Let's look at Ozzie Trapolo. Trapolo was a 4-star recruit, and his father, Steve, was an All American offensive lineman at Boston College and played in the NFL. Trapolo opted to continue the Boston College lineage, becoming a full time starter in 2022. After playing left tackle in his first year as a starter, he featured a right tackle the past 2 seasons. He has the ideal length at size 6'7", 310. He is patient with good eyes for where and how pressures might arise before the ball is snapped. He is a bit lighter on the scale for an offensive tackle, but doesn't play like it. Only 309 pounds at 6'8". He has a strong first step and a strong punch at contact with good leg drive for combo blocking. He consistently tries to maximize his length advantage in pass protection. He has a bit of an imbalance because of his height, and there are a handful of reps each game where he is slower than he needs to be when trying to mirror stunts and twists. So he sounds like he's still learning the position. Um, I'm gonna go Wyatt Millen, and I potentially have my starting left guard and starting right guard of the future, and I have some competition at either left tackle or right tackle, wherever the Houston Texans choose what they want to do with Titus Howard. Here we go. Pick 89. What do the Houston Texans do? Do they get them a running back? Do they get them a wow? Harold Fannin Jr., tight end, fallen. Let's see. Xavier Restrepo, wide receiver out of Miami. Who are the running backs available? DJ Giddens, running back out of Kansas State. Sorry for the Mokos family. Defensive lineman Vernon Broughton out of Texas. Cameron Williams, tackle out of Texas. Jordan Phillips, defensive lineman out of Maryland. Let's actually go with someone that Jordan Reed, ESPN draft scout analyst, mock draft to the Houston Texans, and that's Anthony Benton, tackle out of North Carolina State. While he is still refined, Benton's length and power could make him an ideal fit for a gap-heavy team. It'll require some patience, but he has starting potential. He stands at 6'6", 336 pounds, a zero-star recruit from the 2019 class. Belton spent his first few seasons at the JUCO level before transferring to NC State. After sitting for 1 year behind a top 10 pick, Ikemi Kwanu, he took over for him at left tackle in 2022 and held that spot for the following 3 seasons. Like Iquanu, Belton has the length and strength to overpower defenders. He is also more explosive than most 350-pound tackles, as he can fire off the ball to find defenders at the second level or seal them off at the line of scrimmage. His raw power also gives him a good anchor and pass protection against bull rushes. Belton is still raw in a number of areas, including his punch timing, pad level, and footwork. While he is an explosive athlete, he's not very quick. He's had issues with speed rushers in the past. Even though a 6-year prospect with as many technical issues as Belton has could put off some teams, he has the tools to become a starting caliber tackle down the line. I'm going to take Anthony Belton here out of NC State, kind of draft for the future. And hey, you are building your offensive line. Round 1, Matthew Golden. Ecstatic. Home run. Round 2, Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. I love it. Potentially your right guard of the future, starter day 1. Tackle Wyatt Millen, and because of his T-Rex arms, is going to immediately be thrown inside and fight for the left guard position, which allows Titus Howard to compete for the left tackle spot versus Cam Robinson or the right tackle spot, Blake Fisher. But I am saying him to fight at the left tackle spot, and I think he wins that matchup against Cam Robinson. And then I went with Anthony Belton, tackle out of Texas. Your project right now, your swing tackle at the moment. And hopefully in a couple of seasons, we see Anthony Belton start at, potentially left tackle for you down the line. Because who knows what the hell is going to happen with Titus Howard. But ladies and gentlemen, according to PFF, I got an A for Matthew Golden, a B- for Tate Ratledge, a B for Wyatt Millam, and a B for Anthony Belton. You guys let me know how I did down below. For more Houston, Texas content, you guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Go Houston. I love you. See you at the draft.